Welcome to this game of Mechabellum. As you can see, I'm fighting against Woot. He's famous for his crazy strategies, and you will see a crazy strategy on this one. My options were here: Supply Specialist, Typhoon Specialist, Speed, and end up going for Supply. Because I wanted to try Arc Light with Shockwave. Since the Shockwave was buffed, now it only reduces the range by 5. I wanted to give it a try again, even if I don't think it will be that good. It can be easily countered, the damage of the Shockwave not scaling, if you get some more HP for your crawlers and a few techs, one tech, that's Subterranean Blitz, and Arclight, suddenly Shockwave will do nothing. But I want to give it a try. Change it with the patch, I will try it. My opponent ended up going for Aerial Specialist. You will see me going for my forward position, but instead of Hounds, I'm using Arclights. But since there was no nerfs to Hounds, I think Hounds will still be very good. Probably still the meta. And the buff to 5 Badgers is kinda not that great, especially considering Hounds counter them pretty hard with armor. 5 Badgers are not good against armor. We will end up in a headbutt here, as Woot will put his units right in front of mine. You can see we both hold the same tower here, the middle tower, and left the other side still protected. And he waited until the last second to grab his shot. One Arclight getting destroyed. This one was stuck, so the other had to save it again from the crawlers. But it's my victory. I have enough left that he can't kill with his Void Eyes. And with this great first round, I will ask you to subscribe. If you're not subscribed yet, it really helps the channel. But here, it's one defining card of the match. Mass-produced Rhino. I was tempted, but since I was going for Arclights, Arclights don't match well with Rhinos. Rhinos are way too fast. And mass-produced Rhino has a very hard counter in hackers. You will see that I skipped it and went for one Farseer already, because my opponent is Aero Specialist, so I need some anti-air. And I like Farseers as anti-air. My opponent is still thinking. Took quite the time to choose. In my case, I grabbed Farseer, sold the tower, and I think I will grab one unit somewhere, one crawler. I wanted to put one Fang here, but I can't have. I already unlocked the Farseer, so I can't grab the Fang. And my opponent ended up going for mass-produced Rhino. And you see him putting them in the backline, which indicates he's going for combat involvement. Put 3 Rhinos in the backline. And grab it. Energy absorption. He only has 2 tags on his Void Eyes, which is kinda strange. His absorption is cheap tech, but it's basically only more HP for them. With my Sabertooths, I don't have much problem killing the Rhinos. The other one, there is no defense on this side, but it takes quite some time for it to arrive. shopping at my level 2 tower. And he will get the tower, but he's so low HP that the Sabertooth managed to kill it during the debuff. Here we have great cards. Mass-produced Sabertooth would be good if I didn't had a lot of Sabertooths already. But Underground Threat is good, and additional deployment is really good. Also, intensive training could also be good. But this soon, an additional deployment. And for my opponent, I think he will choose it too. It's just too good when you get 100 cost Rhinos to have additional deployment. You see me instantly going for secondary armament. I don't have double shot on my bar, so I can't grab double shot to deal with the Rhinos. I will get secondary armament, which is close to double shot. Okay, not that close. It's 4000 damage every 4 seconds, so it's another 1000 DPS. Double shot would be around more 7, no, not 7000 DPS, it's divided, so it would be around 2k DPS. So double shot would be double the DPS of secondary armament. But secondary armament is good against the Void Ice. And 5 badgers if I get some levels. You can see my opponents, as I said, grabbed combat involvement and even more Rhinos. The correct answer to this would be grab hackers. But I hate hackers. So, and I hate fighting hackers. So I usually won't grab hackers to fight my enemies. You can see they gain health as they walk. But my Sabertooths can still deal with them. Even if he almost killed this one. And levels for my Sabertooths. Here we have Sandworm, Typhoon, Phantom Race, and Melting Point. And the most value is from the Phantom Race. Yeah, worth 400. The Typhoon would be worth 350, and the Sandworm 300. Same as the Melting Point, 300 too. We went for the most money. And you can see, even if his air is back, he has no air. So the Phantom Race can be quite useful, since he has no counters to them. I'm grabbing more Sabertooths. He went for the Typhoon. And sold it. He wanted that to insta-money. The advantage of grabbing Phantoms is you need to sell 2 times to get the money. And armor for the Rhinos. But here is one thing I should have done. Arc Light, Electromagnetic Shot. Even if I'm not going for hackers, Electromagnetic Shot is really good. Hackers also can use the Electromagnetic Shot. But the Rhino can use Photon Coating, which was buffed. So it's 30 seconds now. It lasts for quite some time. It would be still useful. Even if going from the back line, he would still have it on the front line. He's trying to get my tower here with the Rhino, but I put a Sabertooth in here. Problem is, on the other side there is none. But there is a missile, but another coming from here, another from here. He's getting Rhinos coming from everywhere. And double the buff for me, which is really bad. It was 9 seconds from this one and 7 seconds from this one, so 16 seconds of the buffs against a fast moving unit. But there is... I have one good thing, that is, it has no anti-air. Oh, my Phantom Rays are here. 3, killing his Rhinos. And Phantom Ray has quite a good DPS. Even if they keep gaining health, look at the HP. A level 1 Rhino with 7,000 HP. $80,000 HP. Here we have spells that are kinda useless. Orbital is he's mostly only his starting army and Rhinos. I went for improved firepower. I think he will go for enhancement module. You will see me putting on it on a Sabertooth. So 27k damage on this Sabertooth. Got a level on one of the Rhinos in the back. 2 with levels over there. And you see me going for balls, which is another answer to Rhinos. So don't matter how much HP the Rhino can get, the balls can kill it. I went instantly for range because they are very low range and they are vulnerable to Rhinos if they get too close. You can see here he went for enhancement module, put on one of the Rhinos, sold it, and he will put it on another one and level it. So, and he's finally going for air with Raiden, which is kinda good option since it's good against my steel balls, even if it's not that good against Sabertooth. So he countered my steel balls without even knowing I would go for steel balls. You see me putting the missile in here again. And this tower is level 3 now. You can see here insta-lock on this Saber, on this Rhino, and it's dead. And here, the Raiden killed my boss. I won this side. I have a lot of Sabertooths here, but he's shopping at my tower, but I got his first. This level 3 tower paid off to be high level. And you can see the balls working. And now it's just the Raiden. And he's below 1k already. With hackers I could probably have already won this game. Stealing his hackers, stealing his Rhinos, so they would deal damage to him. Here we get Orbital Javelin, which I didn't find that useful against him, considering he's selling his leveled units with the item. So I just keep it for the money, but he will go for Javelin. I wasn't expecting him to go for Javelin. And he will kill my Farseer. I think I will grab another Farseer in here. You can see me countering this flank here. One crawler, the boss, and one missile. The missile is in case he put crawlers himself. And here he sold his Rhino. I went for one more Farseer and AA on the Farseer to counter the Raiden. And I knew more were coming. And 3 Raidens stacked on this side. And Javelin was strange. I remember he put it on the Farseer. You get my Farseer and the balls here. It was really annoying. My highest level Farseer and leaving this side vulnerable, because there will be nothing to kill that Rhino. And he switched his Raidens to this side. And also oil with fire. Kill my shaft. this side will lose the battle enough that it can kill my Farseer. 2 hits. And with the Farseer dead, even if I win the ground, I have nothing to kill the air. He still has 1 Rhino left and air units. So lost because of the javelin, killing my Farseer on this side. And Radiants do a lot of damage. We have more units, and none of those is really good for me. I will just go for Wraith and sell 1. Okay, we'll put this Wraith on this side. Since I have no shaft clear on this side. That I only have... I completely forgot about the arc light. I have 3 here and nothing left. Put it here. Remember putting it here. See if I remove it. We don't have javelin anymore, so the side is safe. I'm going for the same again here. Missile. So the balls can kill, and you can see balls are getting levels. And I also grabbed mechanical division on the balls. So even if they get killed, they will turn into shaft. And missile the crawlers here. And here. Yeah, instead of putting the Wraith, I just missile the crawlers. And I am protecting myself against missiles. Another Farseer. Since this one will be a little distracted at the start, this one can start instantly going for his Raidens, which now have range. 165 range with increased range from the tower. He's running away with this Rhino. My boss can't quite kill it. But on the other side, insta-kill it. And here you can see the crawlers working. But he managed to kill with all my front line with his Farseers, with his Raidens, and my Farseer here is dead. But the buff, it will be enough for this Rhino to die. And I still have 1 Farseer here, but it got sniped. I don't know how. You can see all these units were in front, but the Raiden get it, I will kill you. I killed my Farseer all the way in the back. That was quite annoying. And with no anti-air unit left, he will win. Even if I will kill his Rhino, so I killed all the ground, but he sniped my Farseer. It was quite annoying. So it's a loss for me on this round, and I took a lot of damage. Now I'm close to his HP. Here we have another additional deployment and electromagnetic. Also acid, but electromagnetic was better in my opinion. Disabled his radiant attacks, so it will get closer and be sniped by my Farseer. At least this one survived the anti-missile on this side. We'll put one again here, because him sniping my shaft in the front here could be devastating for my army, since he would insta-lock on the other units. And I will try to counter his Raiders with Wasp Shield, which is a great counter considering he has no other units that can shoot air. He will grab an Overlord and put Photon Emission to protect his Raidens. And the Overlord can help him a little with the Wasp killing. You see me spreading out the wasps because I knew he would grab electromagnetic impact too. So I didn't want him to hit more than one wasp. He ended up hitting a little of this pack and a little of this pack. My electromagnetic impact only hit the Overlord. But you can see my wasps work. They are absorbing the shots from the Raidens. And I won the ground already with my units still alive, my important units. And the Farseer are doing their job. The other side also won, tower debuff. And it's enough to win. But that was a really crazy game with his overinvestment on Rhinos. If it wasn't me and the opponent playing against him didn't have problems with going for hackers, he would be obliterated by the hackers with this strategy of going mass Rhino. But it ended up being a very good game. Fighting Rhinos with Sabertooths and Balls. And then countering his AI with my Farseers. And that's it for this game. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, and I will see you on the next one.